Slavery. A word heavy with history. We thought it confined to the past, but has it truly vanished, or simply changed its appearance? Look closely around you. It now wears a corporate uniform. It clocks in dutifully at 9. It carefully files tax returns. This is the modern iteration, a quiet, pervasive form of bondage. These are not iron shackles. Today's chains are less seen, woven from debt, monthly bills, forged in financial worry. Modern slavery is not physical. It's economic imprisonment. The feeling of being stuck. Working hard, never ahead. Your time, your life controlled by the need to earn, to survive. Consider the daily routine. The rushed commute, a march. The office cubicle, a cell. History's echoes are all around, if we just choose to listen. Old chains were cold, hard iron, brutal and painfully obvious. Today's chains are different. Credit cards, loan agreements, mortgages that stretch for years, invisible bonds that bind us. They restrict our movement. They limit our true potential. Systems of control evolved too. Colonial masters ruled plantations. Now, corporations span the globe. Overseers patrolled with whips. Managers monitor with spreadsheets. Fields became air-conditioned offices. Methods are more sophisticated. Less overt, more subtle. But the aim is similar: control. Control over labor, over lives. Think of the psychological toll. Historically, slavery controlled bodies. Its cruelty was physical, immediate. Modern financial servitude differs. It targets minds, time, dreams. Fear of being broke is a whip. Enough about these shadows. Let us now turn to light. Modern financial slavery is not final. It is not an unbreakable curse. Freedom is not an impossible dream. It is a real, attainable goal. The power to break free is yours. It begins with a firm enough, not just seeing the problem, but actively building the solution. This liberation isn't sudden luck, not a lottery win or inheritance. True freedom must be built, brick by brick, choice by choice. It requires a new worldview. How you see yourself within it. It demands conscious, focused effort. Stop being a passive player. Start being an active architect. This is your true power source. We will explore this path fully. Delve into the needed mindset shifts, from consumer to a creator. What exactly is financial slavery? It is more than just having a job. It is when your job owns you. You work not to thrive, but to survive. Each day feels like a repeat. Wake, work, pay bills, sleep. The cycle seems endless, unbreakable. Your energy is poured into maintenance. Little is left for dreams, for growth. This is the first sign, the daily grind. Imagine your life dictated by necessity. Every decision filtered through survival. Can I afford this basic need? Will this bill push me over? Your income arrives, already spoken for. Pre-assigned to debts, to rent, to food. There is no room for maneuver. No space for spontaneous joy. Or for investing in your future self. This constant pressure is a heavy burden. It is not always about low income. Many with good salaries feel this trap. The issue is low control over income. Your earnings might be substantial, yet they vanish just as quickly. High expenses, lifestyle inflation, debt. Consider the feeling of payday approaching. Is it relief, quickly followed by dread? Your money arrives, a fleeting guest. It disappears before the month truly ends. You watch it flow out, almost instantly, to landlords, lenders, service providers, leaving you with little or nothing. This is a common thread in financial slavery. The paycheck offers no real respite, only a temporary pause in the anxiety. This constant financial shortfall creates stress. It hangs over you like a dark cloud. Making plans becomes difficult, fraught. A small emergency can become a crisis. A broken appliance, an unexpected bill. These can derail your fragile stability. You are living on the financial edge. One misstep, and you could fall. This is no way to truly live. It is a state of constant alert. When your money controls you, choices shrink. You cannot pursue opportunities freely. That course you wanted to take? That small business idea you had? Think about your most precious asset. It is not your house, not your car. It is your time, finite and irreplaceable. In financial slavery, your time is not yours. It is sold for survival, often cheaply. You trade hours of your life for wages. Wages that barely cover your needs. Your days are structured around work. Work that may not fulfill you. Work that leaves you drained, not inspired. If your time isn't truly your own, are you free? Can you decide how to spend your days? Or does your job, your financial need decide? Waking up to an alarm clock daily. Commuting, working, returning exhausted. Only to repeat it all the next day. Weekends become recovery periods, not opportunities for genuine creation or leisure. This is a life lived on someone else's terms, a key indicator of financial enslavement. The core of financial slavery isn't just low income, it is the profound lack of control. Control over your income, yes, but fundamentally, control over your life. Control over how you allocate your time, when you must work constantly to stay afloat. The story of financial control is long. It did not begin with us today. Centuries ago, control was far more direct. Think of feudal lords and their serfs, or colonial plantations where human beings were property. Chains were made of physical iron. Masters wielded actual whips, their power absolute. Life was dictated by brute force, undeniable. Freedom was a distant, almost unimaginable dream. This was overt bondage, stark and brutal. Then came the Industrial Revolution. Factories rose like dark cathedrals of labor. People flocked to cities, seeking work. The nature of servitude began to shift. It was less about direct ownership of people, more about payment for their time, their toil. Wages were low, conditions often dreadful. Families labored for mere survival. The chains were less visible, perhaps, but the struggle for basic dignity remained acute. The real shift came with financial instruments. The old chains were forged from iron. Today's chains are credit cards and contracts. Slowly, the world transformed further. Institutions grew powerful, shaping our financial lives. Banks became central to everyday existence. Governments, too, played their part. They encouraged borrowing to fuel economic growth. Owning a home filled with possessions became the ideal. Aspiration was cleverly tied to consumption, and consumption was increasingly powered by debt. This was not accidental, it was by design. A system built on spending, often beyond our immediate means. Then came the age of mass marketing. Advertising became a pervasive, powerful force. It did not just sell products, it sold dreams. It created desires we never knew we had. The message was clear. Happiness could be bought. Status was linked to brands, to possessions. Keeping up with neighbors became a national pastime. And if you couldn't afford it, credit was available. The pressure to consume mounted steadily. This fueled the engine of financial dependence. Our education often prepared us for this world. We were taught to be good employees, to find a secure job, work hard, climb the ladder. Today, we live in a highly refined system. Colonial masters became global corporations. Their reach is vast, their influence profound. Fields, where slaves once toiled, became offices. Rows of cubicles, glowing screens, deadlines. The work may be less physically punishing, but the demand on our time, our energy, is immense. We are expected to be always available, always productive. The modern workplace has its own subtle methods. Methods of ensuring compliance and continued labour. Technology has accelerated these trends. It offers incredible convenience, connection. But it also deepens financial entanglement. Instant credit is just a click away. Targeted ads follow us across the web. The gig economy promises flexibility, but often delivers precarity, low pay. We are tracked, analysed, marketed to constantly. Our digital lives create new vulnerabilities, new ways for financial pressure to be applied. We are told we have endless choices, so many brands, so many career paths. But for many, the fundamental choice is limited. The chains we discussed earlier are not all external. Indeed, the strongest prisons have no bars. They are built within our own minds. Our thoughts, our beliefs, our ingrained attitudes. These often dictate our financial reality, more powerfully than any job or bill. Freedom, true financial freedom, begins here. Not in your bank account, but in your head. It starts with a courageous look inwards, challenging the narratives that hold you captive. We are often lulled into a consumer trance. Society relentlessly conditions us to want more, to spend, to acquire, to keep up appearances. This constant desire keeps the treadmill spinning. It ensures we remain diligent workers, eager consumers, trapped in a cycle of earning only to spend. We buy things we don't truly need, with money we often don't quite have, to impress people we may not even like. This cycle fuels financial dependency. Listen closely to your internal dialogue. What does it say about money, about your worth? I'll never escape debt. I'm just not good with money. The Creator's Blueprint, Shifting Your Identity. The path to financial freedom demands a profound shift. A shift from a consumer mindset to a creator's. Creators generate, build, and add value. This is a fundamental change in how you see yourself and how you interact with the world of money. Find value in creation, in contribution. Embrace the identity of a builder of legacy. Think long-term, strategically, for your family, for generations to come. The resources to build something lasting. Start seeing yourself as the architect of your financial life. Disciplined thoughts, deliberate actions. Once you decide to be a builder, discipline follows. Discipline is not about punishment or harsh restriction. It is about training your mind for success, training it to focus on your long-term goals, not on fleeting desires or impulsive spending. This means consciously rejecting toxic spending habits, those purchases that provide momentary satisfaction, but ultimately draw you further into debt or keep you stuck in the survival cycle. Discipline is your ally in this mental breakout. Alongside discipline comes the hunger for knowledge. You cannot build a strong financial future on ignorance. Actively seek out financial education. Study personal finance, learn about investing, understand how money truly works, how wealth is created. Move from financial fear to financial fluency. There are countless resources available today. Books, courses, podcasts, reputable online sources. Empower yourself with understanding. This knowledge dispels fear and builds confidence. Develop new mental habits around money. Question every significant purchase. Is this a need or a want? Does this align with my long-term goals? Practice delaying gratification. It strengthens your resolve. See budgeting not as a straitjacket, but as a carefully crafted plan for freedom, a roadmap guiding your resources towards what truly matters. Money is a tool, a powerful one. Learn to wield it with skill and intention, to build the life you genuinely desire. Overcoming the fear of numbers is also crucial. Many people feel intimidated by financial concepts, believing they are not a numbers person. This is another mental barrier to dismantle. Financial literacy is achievable for everyone. It demystifies money, making it less daunting. It empowers you to make informed decisions, to manage your resources effectively, and to engage confidently with financial opportunities. This clarity is essential for your breakout. The dawn of financial self-authorship. Realize this profound truth. You are the author. Your past does not dictate your future. This is financial self-authorship. Move from reactive living to proactive planning. Your financial life gains meaning and direction. Your job provides a paycheck. It's a starting point, but a single stream is a vulnerability. Diversification is key. Multiple streams. Imagine money from different sources. If one slows, others provide stability. This creates resilience, a safety net. Use your job to fund new income streams. Build your escape route. Traditional employment often means selling your hours. You trade time for a predetermined wage. There is a cap on earnings because there are only so many hours in a day. Financial liberation requires a shift in this exchange. Move from selling hours to selling scalable value. Consider the skills you possess. Can these skills be offered directly to a market? You are now selling your expertise, not just time. This is a more powerful, leveraged position. This is a fundamental shift towards financial empowerment. This is how you begin to uncouple your earnings from your time. The key to financial freedom is acquiring cash-flowing assets. These assets generate income with minimal effort. Think of them as financial trees bearing fruit. They provide a steady income stream. Focus on assets that put money in your pocket. Passive income is the dream for many. It's money earned without trading time. Once established, they produce income even while you sleep. Your money, your employee. Making capital work. The ultimate goal is to have your money work harder than you do. When your capital is deployed effectively, it becomes your most productive employee. It works around the clock, generating returns, expanding your financial base. This shifts your role from primary earner to orchestrator of your wealth. You make strategic decisions, letting capital do the heavy lifting. This creates a powerful, positive feedback loop. The income generated can be reinvested to acquire more assets. This is the magic of compounding, applied to income streams. Your financial base grows exponentially. Each new asset contributes to your overall cash flow. It is like a snowball rolling downhill, growing larger and faster. This momentum propels you towards true freedom. This systematic approach to building cash flow is the second major breakout from financial slavery. The first was mindset, changing how you think. This second is practical, changing how you earn and manage money. It requires discipline, patience, and continuous learning. But the rewards are transformative, life-altering. It is the difference between a life of financial toil and a life of financial choice, opportunity, and security. You are no longer solely reliant on your own labor. Your wealth-generating system begins to support you. When your passive income from assets exceeds your living expenses, you have effectively bought your freedom. You are no longer forced to trade your time for survival. Work becomes a choice, not a desperate necessity. You can choose to continue working in your job, if you enjoy it, or pursue passions, start new ventures, or dedicate time to service. This is the essence of financial independence, the power to live life on your own terms. Cash flow, strategically built and managed, is the key that unlocks the door from servitude to sovereignty, the power of possession. Why ownership truly matters. He who owns ultimately controls. This is the heart of financial freedom. When you own something, its destiny rests with you. You make the decisions, you reap the rewards. Ownership is the firm foundation of true liberty. Renting builds no lasting equity. It is the difference between being a guest and being the host. Ownership extends beyond just a house or a car. Think bigger. Think creatively. Own your business, your ideas. Claim your stake, your sovereign territory. The shift from non-owner to owner is psychological. It moves you to empowerment and self-direction. You become the architect of your own security. This change in mindset is valuable. It fosters resilience and innovation. You become a creator, a leader. Ownership paves the path to enduring security. It allows you to build a true legacy. Assets can appreciate and generate income. They can provide for you in later years. They create opportunities for future generations. It is about establishing stability and potential. Owners have the capacity to thrive and build enduring wealth. Building your kingdom. Tangible paths to true ownership. One of the most direct paths to ownership is your own business. Starting an enterprise, however small, puts you in the driver's seat. Your hard work directly builds your own asset, your own brand equity. Every success, every milestone, belongs to you, the owner. The reward is unparalleled control over your financial destiny. Then there is the age-old wisdom of owning physical assets, land, property, real estate. These are tangible forms of wealth. Owning your home outright means no more rent payments. It means stability, a place that is truly yours. A solid foundation upon which further wealth can be built. In our modern digital age, new forms of ownership emerge. Consider the power of owning your content, your intellectual property. These creations, when protected and managed wisely, are valuable assets. This digital real estate can be incredibly powerful. It is your unique signature in the vast digital landscape. To live and work according to your own principles and priorities. Ownership is the key that unlocks this profound level of control. You are building not just wealth, but a life of purpose, from tenant to sovereign. The journey to owning your life. The mindset of a renter often revolves around the immediate. The owner's mindset, however, is anchored in the long term. It is about building, growing, and creating lasting value. When you own significant assets, you begin to dictate terms. It reduces stress and opens up a wider range of possibilities. And time, as we know, is our most precious, non-renewable asset. Embrace the path of ownership and claim your financial freedom. Jamaica, an island of vibrant culture and stunning beauty. Yet, beneath the surface, many face a familiar struggle. The struggle of modern financial slavery, a global issue. It casts a shadow even in paradise. Here, like elsewhere, people work incredibly hard. They strive for a better life, for security, but often find themselves on a treadmill, running fast, yet staying in the same place. This is the unseen burden for many, a quiet battle fought every single day. This new form of slavery is not always obvious. It doesn't involve physical chains or overt oppression. Instead, it is defined by relentless economic pressure. Long hours are exchanged for low pay. Progress seems impossible, a distant dream. Many feel trapped in jobs that barely cover living costs. There is little left for savings, for investment, or for the simple joys of life. The cycle of debt and dependence continues, a heavy weight on hopeful shoulders. Several factors contribute to this challenging situation. The island's economy has its unique pressures. Reliance on tourism can mean seasonal work and vulnerability to global economic shifts. Opportunities in some traditional sectors are limited. The cost of living can be surprisingly high, especially when compared to average local wages. These systemic issues create a difficult environment, making it hard for many to get ahead, no matter how diligently they may toil. The impact on individuals and families is profound. Dreams are often put on hold indefinitely. The potential of bright minds remains untapped. Stress related to finances can strain relationships. It can affect physical and mental well-being. Parents worry about providing for their children. Young people struggle to see a clear path forward. This is the human cost of financial servitude, a reality that demands new solutions and a renewed sense of hope. Faces of the grind. Everyday struggles. Consider the taxi drivers navigating busy streets. They work from early morning until late at night. High fuel costs and vehicle maintenance bite. Intense competition keeps earnings low. Countless hours away from families chasing a decent income. Their dedication is immense, their reward too small. This is a common story on the island. A daily grind for essential survival. Look also to the agricultural sector, like sugarcane workers. Their labor is physically demanding under the hot sun. Historically, this industry has deep roots, but modern conditions can still be incredibly tough. Pay is often low, and work can be seasonal. The connection to the land is strong, but the financial returns are frequently meager. This hard work deserves greater reward and more stable, prosperous livelihoods. In offices, too, a different kind of struggle exists. Many Jamaicans hold positions in corporate settings. These jobs may seem secure, even prestigious. But often, salaries do not keep pace with life's expenses. Overworked staff face constant pressure and deadlines. The dream of a comfortable middle-class life can feel just out of reach. Across these varied roles, a common thread emerges. It is the feeling of being financially constrained. Whether driving a cab, tending fields, or at a desk, the underlying issue is a lack of economic power. Limited control over one's time and financial future. This daily struggle for so many hard-working Jamaicans underscores the need for alternative paths towards genuine financial empowerment and the freedom to live a fuller life. Island innovators, forging paths to freedom. Jamaica's story is one of resilience and creativity. Many are forging new financial paths. They bravely choose to rewrite their destinies. Innovators and pioneers show escape is possible. Their journeys inspire all. Online trading offers new opportunities. It requires skill and discipline. A modern route to financial freedom. Others build freedom through entrepreneurship, running local shops and online stores, transforming skills into livelihoods. Each new business is a beacon of hope. Change is happening. Financial freedom is within reach. Innovation paves the way to a brighter future. The dawn of your financial sovereignty. We've explored the chains of modern financial slavery, from iron shackles to invisible lines of credit. Shifting from consumer to creator changes everything. Understanding these dynamics is your initial victory. It is the light that pierces through the darkness. Recognizing the nature of the cage is step one. Freedom is not a distant mirage. True financial freedom begins with an internal shift. Reclaim your intentionality, the power to choose your path. This power has always resided within you. Say enough to old patterns and yes to a future designed by you. The tools for liberation are now clear. A transformed mindset, innovative strategies, and ownership. Your journey to authentic freedom begins with this inner resolve. Your path forward. Building your exit. The path to financial freedom is now laid before you. It is not a journey for the faint of heart, but it is a journey for the determined spirit. The time for passive acceptance of financial struggle is over. The era of hoping things will magically improve must end. Now is the time for deliberate action, for conscious building. You have the knowledge, you have seen the possibilities. The next step is to translate that into tangible progress, moving from understanding to dedicated implementation. We are not just here to tell compelling stories. Our mission is far greater, far more impactful. We are here to help in building tangible exits. If you feel that stirring within, that readiness to own your freedom, then engage with this movement. Like this message, comment with your thoughts and commitments. Share this knowledge with someone you know. Together, we amplify the call to liberation. Imagine a life where your time is truly your own, where you wake up with purpose, not pressure, where your work aligns with your passions, your values, where you build a legacy, not just pay bills. This is not a utopian fantasy, it is achievable. It is the life that awaits on the other side of fear. It requires your courage, your discipline, your perseverance, but the reward is immeasurable. A life lived fully, a life of genuine choice and profound satisfaction. Financial slavery does not have to be your story's end. Freedom is indeed closer than you might dare to think. It begins today with your unwavering commitment to learn, to grow, to build, and to own. Take these principles, make them your own lived experience. The keys to unlocking your chains are now in your hands. Turn them, step out, and walk towards your brighter future. Your journey to financial independence starts now. Embrace it with all your heart, with all your might. The world awaits the full expression of your liberated self.